we'll see the Auburn Tigers taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the East Carolina Pirates. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the East Carolina Pirates offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Dropping back, it's Burt. Finds his man down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Pirates moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He lobs one high down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of the territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone.
Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Gets the back moving. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Pirates want to move quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Pirates come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Burt. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
The Pirates will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. Quick toss. Crosses the 30. Turning it on. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He's going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Pirates want to crank the tempo. And off from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to throw, it's Burt. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Handoff from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It'll be 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Get it out on the screen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Pirates are rolling down the field.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his big tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Burt. Looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Pirates are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quickly to the tight end. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Pirates, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for a man. It's Burt. Going for it all. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leads on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Oregon. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to take off. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the back?
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Gashing the D on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Herring. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Back to throw. It's Burton. Got his man quickly.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The RPO, it's complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Pirates headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Breaks into the He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. He's got an open man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Pirates didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The snap sets up the throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Jukes his way for more. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Unleashes one. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Burt. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Auburn offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Unloads it downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He lost one down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Off and running. Touchdown, Pirates. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball, and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tigers are flying down the field. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Inside the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's a heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they go back on top. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Pirates in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
To the air, it's Burton. Bringing the heat. And that ball's free behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a draw. Look out, he's got room. It It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Got a lot of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, ECU. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're going to run his mail? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money. You just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Going with the ground game left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Pirates racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Off the RPO, complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Pirates will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Burton. Wide out trying to get it in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
42, Auburn, 31.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play.
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. The play-action fake. Got him downfield. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. And the Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he turning it on. Touchdown, East Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down will open up the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it. First down and more. At the 35, he's loose. He's loose on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Auburn.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Pirates want to pick up the tempo. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman.
Brings him to the open. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Burt. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. From the gun, running back gets to give.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete to the right. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll run it. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Buffalo was able to cap off a close one inside UB Stadium with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Never a dull moment.
There he goes. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jefferson. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Down to possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Creates a little space. Turning it on! That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Pirates, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Touchdown, Pirates! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the touchdown, ECU. And the beatdown has ensued. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Gonna swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat